This dark matter is like a cancer, consuming and destroying while it grows stronger.
It's Kev.
He's out of jail.
Well, I won't say. I mean, what would happen to my badges if I left?
It would appear that there was a deed drawn up between the two families. Well, does Mr. Morden have a copy of this document?
I have family. In the future. You must let me go to them.
Hey, I promised I wouldn't tell, and I didn't.
You're a Morden. You wouldn't know how to keep a promise.
Empty your mind and concentrate over the gold. This is the future.
I'm sorry, Mary, but the kid is no good. I'm going to have to fire him.
It's fine with me. I never want to see him again.
We are formed and made flesh by the dreams of our loved ones.
Spot's going to take us to a new place, a place of dreams.
Are we dreaming it?
Who knows what is the dream and what the reality? I feel a dark shadow has crossed my soul. Mary, give me my gold, please. I shall feel more secure when I have it in my hand.
I can't.
Why not?
William lost it.
Lost it.
It isn't lost. It's just we can't get to it right now.
Without my gold, there is no way I can return to my own time. And there is no one there to imagine me back again. I am lost between two worlds. Without my gold, William, I will die.
Mr. Tyler, the badges have gone missing.
Something evil's happening.
Without the badges, we have no way of stopping the theme.
Silence! Where is my pendulum?
It's on top of the standing stone. It's safe there.
Safe!
Oh. The stone doesn't sting the wood. Master's gold is mine, bird.
William, don't you understand? That gold is my life's work.
Without it, I cannot return to my own time. I am utterly powerless.
It wasn't William's fault. The Raven took it.
What raven?
It's Matthew Morden's raven.
How do you know it's Matthew's?
Because I've seen him.
You have seen Matthew here and you told no one?
You always say we're meant to do things for ourselves.
Yes, but there is a difference, William, between independent thought and dangerous secrecy. We must retrieve my gold before Matthew finds it. If he does, and combines it with the black gold, who knows what might happen.
The what?
Oh, never mind that now. Come on, we must get to the standing stone.
But it's sort of electrified.
What?
it's giving off shocks.
Fascinating. The power of the ley line is focused in the stone just as it is in this cave. Obviously, there's some sort of interaction occurring between my gold and the stone.
Too much talk.
Quite right. Come, we mustn't let Matthew get there first.
Mr. Tyler?
What is it, Alice?
You're transparent.
And what?
So I am.
Now it's stopped. You're fading in and out, just like bad TV reception.
Being imagined into the future is not an altogether reliable form of time travel. I fear I am trapped in this cave and kept in one piece only by the good graces of the ley line.
Maybe you were being pulled back to your own time.
No, that's not possible. I have no company of friends there to imagine me back.
Then what happened when you tried to leave the cave?
I rather think I was dissolving into oblivion. Children, I must have my gold. And you have to get it for me. You are the youngest and swiftest of all my birds. You must help them.
Hey.
Come on.
Godspeed!
Hey, there's Matthew. There. Get the gold. I got it.
Thief! Bud, after him!
There's Falco. He's got the pendulum.
Here comes the raven! Mary!
Look out!
The raven's attacking them!
Mary! Behind you! The pendulum.
Leave me, dog.
You all right?
I'll live. But we dropped the pendulum in the lake somewhere.
You know, this is all my fault.
Matthew Morden, he was there by the stone.
Where, Spot? Where did he go?
Into the trees. He had some black stuff. Horrible. I couldn't follow.
Black stuff. Mr. Tyler said something about black gold. Maybe that's what he meant.
How did he know to use dry wood as an insulator against electricity?
Will, why didn't you tell us Matthew was here?
He wouldn't understand.
Try me.
He wanted to meet his family.
You told him that he had family here.
No, he already knew.
What else does he know?
Nothing. I didn't tell him anything.
You're sure?
Yes.
Perfect. Now, not only do we have the Mortons trying to build a parking lot in the valley, but they have their psycho ancestor on the loose trying to help them.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna try and see if Lutra and Pelennor will help us find the gold.
Oh, Will. Lutra!
Why is it taking so long?
Oh, please find it. Please find it.
No sign. It must be deep in the mud.
Right, so who's gonna tell Mr. Tyler that we lost his gold? For real this time.
I will. It's my fault. If hadn't have been showing off with it, Matthew's Raven wouldn't have got hold of it in the first place.
Falco and I were the ones who actually dropped it in the lake. I'll go.
No, Mary, you're injured. Will, you take her home. I'll see Mr. Tyler.
Jerry, Jerry, there is no problem. I've got investors lined up from New York to Tokyo, waiting for us to break ground in Mordwell. Yes, I know. Of course, delays will undermine confidence, but only if we allow them to. This isn't London. No, we have to give the locals a chance to get used to the idea. Yes. All right, then. Bye-bye.
You wanted to see me, Mr. Morden?
We want to start clearing the land, and I can't afford to wait 6 months for that Lewis woman to make up her mind.
Lost at the bottom of Golden Water?
Lutra tried to find it.
First, William keeps secrets about Matthew Morden, and then the three of you managed to lose my gold.
We did our best, Mr. Tyler. There's no use blaming people.
Forgive me, little one. My Minima. You are quite right. I'm not quite myself.
Too much yourself, if you ask me.
Something's happening. William's acting strange. Uncle Jack's in bad mood all the time. And he and Phoebe are fighting a lot.
A dark shadow has fallen over our valley.
Spot said something about Matthew having some black stuff in his hand. Is this the black gold you talked about?
Yes. You see, I have been conducting an experiment that has gone terribly wrong.
What has Matthew got exactly?
The antithesis of pure gold, pure evil. I have unleashed a demon. Matthew doesn't understand what he's got hold of. It's possessing him. And it's destroying this valley.
What can we do?
I don't know. But until I get my gold back, there's no way of stopping it.
Whoa, don't mind if I do. Where's Mark? This is a great time to go missing 3 weeks before we open.
He thinks you fired him because he's a Morden.
What, me fall out with the local money? No way.
I'll give him time to cool down. Him and your girl had words.
Love a squall more like.
Hey, that's enough, okay? What happened?
Nothing.
Sweetheart, you're bleeding.
It's just a scratch. Let me see. We need to get some antiseptic on that right away. And what about you? You look pale.
I'm fine.
It's a little early for that, isn't it?
Yes, dear.
Meg and Mr. Parsons are coming for tea. Would it be asking too much for you to get cleaned up?
Looks like it's chilly enough around here already.
But I thought the ley line was the most powerful thing in the valley.
It is. The ley line feeds both the pure gold and the black gold. The difference is, my gold harmonizes with the energy, while this other drains and destroys it, growing stronger and stronger as all else weakens. I wonder...
Jasper says it's very old.
They were put here by an ancient people before recorded time. You are looking at original thought, Alice. Imagine the very first time a human thought to express an idea as a picture.
Were they the same people who put the standing stone by the lake?
Yes, good, Alice. Undoubtedly, they knew about the ley line. They knew about many things that are lost to us, even in my time. Look at this.
A raven.
Mm-hmm. According to my books, that is a symbol for the black gold, for evil.
So these people knew about it?
Evidently. But the more important thing is, did they know how to get rid of it?
Dinner is served.
Do you expect me to eat that? I'd sooner swallow garden slugs.
A delicacy, I agree. But you shall have to make do with rat.
I'll bring some people food.
Thank you, Alice.
Mr. Tyler, what about the gold you put in Phoebe's necklace? Would that help?
Possibly. Yes. Why not? It's a mere fragment compared with my pendulum, but it could be our only chance. Can you get it from her?
I'll try.
Go then, child.
Will you be all right?
I have work to do. Somewhere here, there must be an answer.
I want to watch who you go trusting with information against this Maud world, Miss Lewis.
What do you mean?
I have it on good authority that that fellow who was up at the set verifying the badgers...
Andy.
Yes, that's the one. Well, as soon as he realized the badgers had disappeared, he was in the pub telling the whole world. And who should be in the pub at the time but Kev Davis?
And Kev told Charles Morden. No wonder he was round at my house with another offer.
But I thought... What? Nothing. Mark. Sorry I'm late.
What have you been up to?
Nothing.
Mr. Parsons, what did you mean at the town meeting when you said that the Mordens may not have proof of ownership?
Well, I was filling in the blanks, really. Mind you, let me read you what Jonas Lewis said about the matter in his journal.
Meg, can you pass the salad?
Yes, here we are. December the 15th, that would be 1900. We are to be out by the end of the year. We have agreed on the land. A deed is to be signed. It's the best I can do.
What deed?
There's no deed in the journal.
My father used to say, his father said that when they lost this house to the Mordens signed a deed giving us Lewis's ownership of the land. Now, where would that be?
Well, listen to this. December the 29th. I know what I must do. Morden may find the secret room.
What secret room? I've been over every inch of this house.
But he must never find the laboratory.
More secrets. This house is full of them.
Well, papers or no papers, I will not sell 4 fields to the Mordens, and that's an end of their plans.
This is rightfully yours, Miss Lewis.
No, I gave it away ages ago. I didn't want to be reminded of what's been.
I found it in the library. I think maybe with time that you had another look at it.
Surprise ingredient?
How did that get in there? I put it aside for Mr. Parsons. He's going to fix the clasp.
Give it to me. I'll get it back to you in a day or two.
Matthew, I told him about Meg standing in the Morden's way.
You don't think he'd...
I don't know what to think anymore.
I will not allow that woman to stand in the way of my family.
We'll do the dishes up, Phoebe.
No, it's all right. Jack's got Stephanie.
Then why don't you go take a nice long bath?
All right. You talked me into it.
What did Mr. Tyler say?
He was furious about his pendulum and really worried about Matthew. This black gold stuff is really powerful and it's destroying the whole valley.
Meg.
No.
I tried to get Phoebe's necklace. We thought it might help stop it, but now Mr. Parsons got it.
Right, you two check on Meg. I have to see Mr. Tyler.
Mr. Tyler, he needs food.
Come on.
Yeah, and this.
Where do you think you're going?
Just out for a bit.
Until you've done these dishes, you know.
Uncle Jack.
Hey, don't you start dishes now.
Yes, yes, yes. First we light the heater, then you get your supper. Well, where are you going now?
I'm quite certain the sun refers to gold. Pure gold. See here where it is symbolically eclipsed.
Mr. Tyler.
William, have you brought the necklace?
Phoebe hasn't got it. It's being repaired.
Worse.
I brought food.
Oh, no, not now, William. At least take the boy's food. Very well.
Come on, then, Echo, come on. Come and get your food. There you are. Good gracious alive, what's got into you, then? Anyone would think you haven't eaten for a week.
What do they mean?
I have studied them on and off for 30 years. It is a complex language. I've only succeeded in deciphering a mere fraction of its meaning.
Oh. What are you doing?
Refusing to learn his lesson.
Please forgive me.
The batteries need to be inside here. The switch makes the current in the battery connect to the bulb.
Fascinating.
Mr. Tyler, I have to talk to you.
What is it, William?
It's about Matthew. It's my fault he's here.
Not so. I have created an evil so powerful, so corrupting, that poor Matthew could not help but find it irresistible.
This black gold, I've seen him with it.
I'm certain he used it to time travel.
That's just it. I helped him to time travel by using your gold.
Why did you do this, William? Knowing the consequences of misusing my gold, not just for me, but for the entire valley.
I thought I could control things.
And evidently you were wrong.
I wanted to do magic.
Do you know why you wanted to do magic?
Because I got a big head and thought I was ready when I wasn't.
No. Because you were curious. You could no more resist the magic than I could resist your light without flame. We're two of a kind, William. We cannot stop ourselves from pursuing the mysteries that surround us. They are what drive us, for better or worse, to greater knowledge.
Come on. Oh, come on, you lovely girlie. There we are. There. Good girl. All right, let's see what this old book has to tell us, eh?
In Jonas Lewis' journal, he mentions a laboratory.
Yes, my laboratory. Jonas found his way there and caused a great deal of trouble.
Where is it?
It's hidden down the garden well.
There's no well in the garden now.
No, because Jonas destroyed the entrance. He was destroying his folly, as I must now destroy mine.
Miss Tully, you're fading again. Only this time you're inside the cave.
Meg.
The black gold. It grows stronger each time Matthew uses it. More of the valley dies.
What have I done?